Hey everyone, it is Kirsten here, and today I want to share with you guys something that is not specifically related to ballet, although it does help you get through a class still looking just as fabulous as the beginning, and that is sweat-proof makeup for people who work really hard and want to present themselves nicely during class and look all nice, but don't want their makeup like running down their face by the end. Girls, let me tell you, oh my gosh, I've been through so many phases with makeup. I used to be super into makeup, as you can probably see in my older videos. This is mucho embarrassing. I'm not telling you to go back and look at them, but like if you want to, they're still on the internet. I've got like I don't know, I've had quite the evolution with makeup. I used to be super into eyeshadow and like look at all the beauty videos on YouTube, and now I'm just not really as into it. However, over the years, I have found a few products that are really great for their longevity, and they are mostly sweat proof. So I just kind of wanted to share these products with you in case you're in the market for, like, for instance, a foundation or something that you want to just kind of like even out your skin tone, but you don't want it to look like you're wearing makeup and you want it to stay even though you're sweating. So I'll just get on with it. The first thing, speaking of foundation, is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I really like this one because first off, it is light enough for my super pale skin. As you can probably tell, well, it doesn't help that I'm like sitting in front of a window, so I look even more pale than I am in real life. But most drugstore foundations are way too dark for me. They turn out really orange or something. So the first thing that drew me to this was the fact that it comes in a lot of different shades, including a very light one. And also, I find that it gives nice coverage because I do struggle still with acne occasionally. I used to have much worse skin than I do now, but you know, I still get an occasional spot, and it's nice to have some coverage, although I'm not a believer in like caking makeup on your face before you work out. It really doesn't help the skin situation. I've been there, I've known it from experience. And so I do put a light layer of this over my face, and I feel like I don't have to use that much to cover any blemishes. And so when you also don't use as much, it's not as likely. Oh my gosh, my cat just hit my tripod, and there it goes. Okay, thanks Alice, you're awesome. Okay, anyway, this is like the Kirsten show and the Alice show all at the same time. If you've noticed, she's been in quite a few of my videos recently. Anyway, so yes, this is a good one. Pretty much sweat proof, very long wearing, it doesn't get streaky. Just use a little bit and you'll be great. And also, just staying in the skin category, for the blemishes I tend to get, I like to use a more concentrated concealer instead of just putting a ton of foundation in the area. And I have been using the MAC Studio Fix concealer. I think that's what it's called. It's just in the little pot. Again, like the lightest shade possible, of course. And for this, I really like it because it looks like a small little pot, but it lasts forever, and I only have to use a little bit to cover, but I don't feel like I have to use a ton. That's the key. That is a huge mistake I used to make when I was younger. I'd put on a ton of makeup and think, okay, more makeup equals more beautiful. No, that's not the case. I want you all to know that natural is beautiful. God made you beautiful, okay? So you don't need to pretend to be something you're not with makeup. That is the key. And if you're young, you're kind of going through the phase that I went through, don't worry, you'll learn, and you'll learn to appreciate how you actually look. Anyway, enough with that tangent. I also like, for like my under eye area, I also use just a little bit of a different concealer. I like to use the different products that are actually meant for these certain areas of the face because I find they're more effective, therefore I could use less. And so this is another high-end product. I try not to use too many high-end products. I mostly just get more expensive things if they are products that last a really long time. Like, for instance, I don't use expensive foundation because it's kind of one that you have to replace more frequently. They do expire, although I think it might be like after a year or something. I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is if there's a great drugstore alternative, I always go for that. Like mascaras, I replace those all the time, so always drugstore. Yeah, eyeliners, that kind of stuff, always I go for the cheap stuff. But for concealer, since it is on my skin and could affect the quality of my skin, I like to get better products. So this is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, super light. I love this because it lasts a long time and it doesn't crease, and it's not oil based, so it doesn't make my mascara like run or make dots of black like on my under eye area. So that's nice. So for a less expensive product, I do like this L'Oreal eyeliner. I think it's the L'Oreal Infallible, just like a twist up little eyeliner like that. It's in the black brown shade, so I could get kind of like a soft effect, but still get like a little definition on my eyes, and it stays pretty well. I haven't found an eyeliner that is like absolutely perfect, but when you're sweating a lot, I don't know, for me, I don't expect perfection, and it really does the job. For mascara, I also haven't found something that is absolutely perfect. The closest it gets for me is the Maybeline Falsies mascara, because it gives a lot of like a really nice effect, lots of volume and whatever, and it doesn't really smear. But I don't know, I just haven't found anything perfect. So if you have a mascara you really like and that is sweat proof, let me know. For the bottom lashes, sometimes when I know I'm going to sweat a lot, or if my mascara is kind of older and I feel like it starts to flake more, I will pull out the Clinique Bottom Lash mascara. It's really tiny, as you can see, and it's got this tiny little brush on it. It's like so cute, and so it's really easy to put on your lower lashes, and it is waterproof, but I find it's not like super hard to get off. That's my thing. Like, I don't usually go for waterproof mascaras because they're so hard to wash off that I feel like I pull out my eyelashes in the process of like having to scrub my eye. So I just find it's really not worth it. I'd rather have a little bit of a smear on my brow bone of mascara than like lose my eyelashes. So anyway, I do like to fill in my brows a little bit because I'm naturally like very blonde in the eyebrows, and I think it looks nice to kind of like frame my face, if you know what I'm saying. And I just use the like El Cheapo Essence eyebrow pencil. This is nice because, again, sweat does not get rid of this thing. It's super cheap. It's in a really light shade, so it looks kind of subtle. I don't know if you think this is subtle, but like, I don't know. I don't fill them in that much, believe it or not. Whoa. Also, I like to set my eyebrows in their place with a clear brow gel. And recently I've gotten into using the Rimmel Brow This Way eyebrow gel. It's cheap and it works really well. I find that it's not too goopy. It's pretty nice. I recommend it. For eyeshadow, I usually like to wear, like, in case you're wondering, I kind of mix it up on the day, like depending on the day, but sometimes I'll wear a little bit of eyeliner. Sometimes I will like just put a little bit of eyeshadow, kind of like eyeliner, in that way. I don't like to wear that much makeup anymore. It's just not worth the hassle for me. I don't know, but maybe you're watching this and you're like, she's wearing a ton of makeup. What are you talking about? I don't know. It's just a preference. Just don't take it too personally. If anyone hates your makeup, you know, you might hate someone else's makeup. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadow. It's like a cream eyeshadow in creamy beige. And I really like this for even using it as like a base for other eyeshadow for stage makeup, or just by itself if I feel like I just randomly wake up thinking I want to wear eyeshadow, which is almost never, unless it's like eyeliner. But anyway, it's nice if you just want to just put a little all over your eyelid. It looks really nice, and actually it kind of looks like it goes darker in the crease and lighter on the lid, almost like you tried to use two eyeshadow shades without actually having to fuss with that. So I don't know, it's kind of magical, and it stays really well despite sweating with that on. Oh, sorry, skipping back to skin for a minute. I do think it's important to set your foundation with just a little bit of powder. If you use too much, then it will definitely run and be streaky, so try and avoid that, but just use a little bit, and it kind of just sets it in place without putting more product on your face that's just gonna wipe off. So I don't think one brand is like really better than the other, but in case you're wondering, I use the CoverGirl True Blend. Sorry, there's so much glare. It's just that. nice and inexpensive. Let's see. Oh, blush. Blush is like one of my favorite things because I don't mess with bronzer or like contouring, although I don't know, maybe bronzer wouldn't be so bad for me, but I'll probably never get into it. It's just one of those things I think, oh, that might be nice, but in theory or in practice, I'll never do it. I do like higher end blushes because I find they last forever. Like I've been using this Hourglass blush for 2 years. I don't know if that's too long to keep a blush, but it's super cool, really pretty, and it's, well, sorry, it's like hardly gone at all, and I use it nearly every single day for 2 years. I just love using a little bit of blush. It just adds more dimension to the face, makes you look nice and bright and alive, just like a little bit of lipstick. Never hurt anybody. I don't find that it's important to have a long wearing lipstick, but in case you're wondering, I do like, some lipsticks are nice, but often I just go for like a colored balm, like this Clinique Black Honey balm. It's really nice. I also kind of splurge sometimes on slightly higher end lip products because I do use them every single day, and that's just kind of the one thing I mix up the most in my makeup. Oftentimes, even though I mix up like what I do with my eyeliner just a little bit, the only difference I really make in my makeup most of the time is just what lip color I wear, and it tends to really change a look or go with different colors that I'm wearing that day without requiring any extra effort. So I do like to wear a little bit of lip color in ballet class because sometimes I feel like I look in the mirror and if I forget to put on, or if my lip balm is like too light or something, I feel like I just look like angry and sad and kind of like a frog or something. I don't actually, but in my mind I'm like, oh, every time I look in the mirror. Instead of like the cheerful face I like to hope that I have when I wear lipstick, I feel like I just look a bit happier. So anyway, I think that is it. I hope this helped you. If you are just looking for a certain product, I hope that you find one of these to be of interest in case you want to check it out. Most of them, like I said, are affordable. Some are more expensive, but if I did feature a more expensive product, it's only because I think it is worth the splurge. Like, oh, I also forgot to mention, an eyeshadow base is pretty important to have for performing, or if you want to wear powder eyeshadows to class. And I like the Nars, what is this? Pro Prime smudge proof eyeshadow base. Although I know there are tons of other brands out there that make ones that work really well. Just in case you're wondering, I think this one's good. So yeah, that is officially it. Comment below if you have any makeup products, or especially mascaras, you think I should check out, or any other viewers should check out. And I'm sure we'll have a nice little discussion down there just about fun little things like makeup that just help you to feel a little bit prettier and ready to go in ballet class. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop the chit chat and I will see you soon. Bye!